All right, we're getting ready to start. I'm having technical difficulties right here. This is a funny day. You guys ready to get started? How's it going? Oh my gosh, I see you guys are up already. We're starting to get some great comments. Hi, Lindsay. Hello, Leslie. I'm going to bring out with me Sarah Tilton. She is a Britax passenger safety advocate today. She's going to be with me. And again, as you guys have seen this before, and we are going to talk about a few things about infant car seats and convertible car seats. Let's see where she's at. Hang on. This is great. I want to tell you guys, just share. Super, super important. And we're getting ready to get started. Sarah, you ready to join us?
I am.
There she is. Sarah, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Brian?
Great. Well, people say they're so ready. Yes. We see all these people up here. You're going to see it on your screen here as we are getting ready here. Hello, QL Rose. Jamie, how are you doing? Curtis is there. Hi, Curtis. Curtis is ready. Brown Marlene says, yes. We say the same. We say yes. Tina's here. She's ready. Thanks for having us. Thanks for watching us. We love this. QL Rose is there. Melissa says, I've learned so much from Brian already. I'm excited to see this. Thank you, Melissa. I love teaching. I love being here. All of you guys are saying so many great things. Can't wait. Shared. This is just beautiful. We are so excited. So you guys, we're going to get started here. If you ask a question and I don't see it, and Sarah doesn't see it, let us know, because we want to help you guys. We want to answer your questions. We want to get everything we can to you guys, because it's very important. Oh, you guys are telling everybody to do all these things. That's funny. Okay, I'm going to take these comments down now, and we're going to get started. Sarah, how do you want to start it off?
How do we want to start? I thought you were going to start us.
Let's talk about the infant car seats, because that in itself is like a crazy territory that people, when they first have a baby, they're like, what do I buy? Which one do I get? Why? What might suit my family? What doesn't suit my family? We got to know these things, you know?
Well, Brian, and I think, our topic for today is which car seat is right for me, that convertible car seat or that rear facing only car seat. Mm-hmm. And hopefully you guys can see over my shoulders. So over my right shoulder, I have that rear facing only car seat, or that a lot of people call it a bucket seat. It snaps into a base that stays in a car. It'll snap into your stroller. And over my left shoulder, I have a convertible car seat. So it's a little bit different. It stays installed in your car. It doesn't snap into a stroller, but you're going to use that kind a lot longer. And then it really, to your point, gets into what works for our family. What's the dynamics?
Awesome. One of the things that I find a lot of people ask me, because they're so scared of the fourth trimester and getting home and even like handling that, your car seat is going to be a central part of how you're handling your fourth trimester. How much hassle are you going to have? Can you take the baby out of the car when you have an infant? In a convertible car seat, not so much, because they're so big. They're big car seats. They're there to really, be kind of like the staple for an older child. So when you have an infant car seat, they can actually sleep in it. Now, we don't want to set it down on the ground and let them sleep, because that can cause respiratory problems. But at the same time, sorry, there's a little bug in my face. But at the same time, we want to make sure that, we do have that ability to get the baby out when the baby's sleeping. Maybe put the baby on the stroller where they're at the right angle. Would you agree, Sarah?
Absolutely. So if I'm going to pop out a little bit here.
Great.
But to Brian's point, here is a rear-facing only car seat, that bucket kind of car seat. I can take it right out of the car and carry the baby into the house. So I don't have to worry about that cold weather, that rain, trying to scoop the baby up out of the car seat. But this car seat over here stays installed in the car. So you have to scoop the baby out, and it becomes a pretty big decision. We have to make this decision before the baby's born. So we're not even at the fourth trimester yet, as Brian refers to it. If you're going to wear your baby outside of the car in a carrier, those families typically go straight to the convertible because you don't have the need to carry that baby around in that carrier outside of the car. And longevity wise, right, when we talk about bang for our buck, that's really important to us nowadays with the cost of inflation. So the rear facing only seat, depending on the physical stature of your child, you may only use that seat for 6 or 9 months. The convertible car seat will go up to 65 pounds once you get to forward facing. So you get a much longer use out of it, bigger bang for your buck, Brian.
It's funny because most people say, we need something that we can share with grandma as well. And they don't realize that the infant car seats generally have a base to them. So you have to click to the base. Now, one thing about the Endeavors is the Endeavors, I believe, is what you have behind you, correct?
It is.
Yes. Because I see that ARB. I love that thing. And we'll talk about that in a second when we talk about some safety things. But now with that car seat, you don't have to have the base to put it in a car, correct? Because it has the European belt guide?
You are absolutely correct.
And that's incredible.
About the European belt guide. So that's this blue piece or black piece with the blue label on it right here on the back side. And it has belt guides right here. So the lap belt of your vehicle seat belt would go through here, and then your shoulder belt wraps around the back side and slides right in here. Gives you.
I think that deserves some hearts. I think you guys need to give her some hearts because that deserves some hearts. That's like something you don't see in an everyday car seat.
Right. It is a wonderful feature to help getting that nice firm installation very quickly. Great feature if you live in the city and you take a lot of ride sharing. So it makes that installation really quick because if you don't own a car and you run down out of your apartment and jump in a taxi or other type of ride share, you're not carrying that base downstairs.
Yes, or if you have to run and say grandma needs to take the baby or something, it's really easy to put in. I checked it out, and to me, I'm like, wow, this is incredible. I wish I had it. The other thing that I'm going to tell you, no matter what car seat because you got to pick the car seat that's right for you, whether it's a Britax or whatever you're going to go with, it's got to be right for you and your family. It's got to fit. Do you agree or what, Sarah?
I absolutely agree. A lot of people will say, what's the best car seat? And even in talking to me, when I'm working with a family, they expect me to say a Britax car seat. And really, my answer to you is going to be the car seat that's appropriate for your child's age, weight, height, any developmental needs that they may have, as well as features of the car seat is easy for you, the caregiver, to use it each and every time. Because if you can't tighten that harness properly around your child or install it properly in the vehicle, every time you use it, it doesn't matter what car seat you have. So a feature that works great for me may not work great for you, Brian.
I love it. And that's totally true. We can talk about some safety features in just a second. I want to get to some of our listeners and our watchers right here. Oh, Anna Lynn just said amen. But I'm going to go back a little bit because I think a couple of people have some questions here. I'm going to go back just a way bit. Oh, wow. There's a lot of people talking with us today. Everybody says Britax is great, first and foremost. They say, I can't wait to see the talk on these two. I'm having my first baby. Thank you very much, Jenny. We're right here. Lindsay says, great info so far. Love that sleek design and the large canopy. Well, it's not just a sleek design. There's in that car seat that she was showing you, it has a full metal base as well as, a steel base. And it also has the ARB. And we're going to talk about what an ARB is. On top of it, you already know, Sarah already knows my favorite thing about the Britax product are the red little safety cells. And they look kind of like the brake shoes on a Porsche, but they actually are incredible for a big safety feature that we're going to get to. So Anna says, nice, perfect for the cold man weather. A carrier is a must when you live in Minnesota. Yes, we love our Britax. We're looking for a convertible one. Adriana is saying that. Hi, Adriana. How are you guys? That was one of my clients. I did her birth. Let's see. What's the biggest thing I was thinking about when I went to the store? I like the carrier, but the booster is so much easier, and I'll use it for a while. The booster, well, you can't use a booster on an infant, can you?
No, maybe she's talking. Are you talking about the convertible? Maybe.
There you go.
And the installation, right? Because we're talking about these features. I mentioned installation being easier. Hey, if you guys have not seen ClickTight, you need to go check it out.
Look, you can even stash stuff in there, huh?
I open it up, and then I put my vehicle seatbelt through there, and it's done. Really, really easy install.
So Tina's saying she loves a convertible seat that grows with the baby. It does, but both of the seats that you're looking at have something that to me would have been invaluable, especially as a father of 2 girls, and one of them was 4 when I had my infant, and it was a little trickier. So there's an adjustment, an easy harness adjustment on the back of both of those seats, which makes it so much easier because I hated having to unthread and rethread. This, you just pinch and squeeze. As you can see Sarah doing. I'm going to give Sarah the up close right here. You pinch and squeeze, and then you can move it up and down. And you know what? That just saved me a half hour of struggling, especially when you're a tired new parent. I think that deserves some hearts too. Come on, people, where you at? And let me just tell you something. So we also have Stephanie saying, thanks for having us today. Super excited about both car seats. People are saying, awesome. Wow, that's awesome. Can you use it without the base? We just answered that. Yes. How much weight does the convertible hold? My son was just born and he was a preemie. The convertible, how much weight does that convertible hold? And what is the usual range of convertibles? 5 pounds up, right?
So most convertibles start at 5 pounds. All of Britax convertibles start at 5 pounds and go up to 40 pounds rear facing. So depending on the physical stature of your child, that could be a 3, a 4-year-old, maybe even older, realistically. And then when you go forward facing, it goes up to 65 pounds.
Yeah.
So that could be like a 6-year-old, 5-6-year-old.
I love that. So Sarah says, how awesome. I would love Britax for my baby due next month. She said die, but I think she meant to for sure. Dude, the baby's coming to life. We're not having a baby die. Does it come in different colors? That's a good question.
It is. We do offer different colors in both of all of our platforms. Now, our rear facing only, like the Endeavors, we have a limited number of colors because a lot of parents don't find out what they're going to have. So you add the color either to your stroller or you get that color when you go to your next step being your convertible.
Yes. You know, Anna says that she really feels appreciative that Britax took into account that you can do the European belt guide because bases are so expensive. They're very heavy and they're very sturdy for good reason. They need to be. QL Rose is saying that she prefers the convertible car seat. It lasts longer, but the infant seat is convenient to carry around, especially with the baby sleeping. You can click it into the stroller. That is exactly what I'm saying, sister. Remember, I was a dad too. And so that's the way it goes. Tina is saying that feature is amazing. Can be a pain to move the base from the car and from car to car all the time. Totally true. Hi, Wendy. Hello, Anna. And I want to say hi to Alexa because she was saying hi earlier. Anna Lynn. Tina Pysal says, love that you love Britax, but really love your consumer. I think that's very true about Britax. Why don't you tell a little bit about some of the safety features of the infant seat? Then we're going to move on to.
Sure. So, Brian's already mentioned that we have steel reinforced frame. We do a lot of deep sidewalls to help retain and minimize the movement for the child during a side impact. So even though side impact crashes aren't part of the federal standard, we look at those. You'll see a lot of our seats have this U-shaped head area. And again, that's to help protect the child's head in that side impact.
I want to make a comment. I saw a product that people are getting that mimics that is like something you add onto your car seat. And I was feeling a little uncomfortable with that. One of my clients showed me that this weekend on Saturday. They were showing me that it's like an add-on thing. So how do you feel about that?
What add-on piece was it? I'm sorry, Brian.
It does kind of like the neck. I'll show you right now. Let me come back onto screen. It does that neck thing. You put it behind the baby's head while the baby's in the car seat.
Gotcha.
It's kind of like an add-on type of feature that is not product specific.
I don't have any of our accessories in my office, but that's a great question. So if something doesn't come in your box, when we go to those stores and we register for our shower gifts, and there's this aisle that I dread, that has all these accessories and all this stuff in it. And especially for us as first-time parents, we think it's all great ideas that we want this stuff. We're going to need it. If there's something that doesn't come in the box with your car seat that you want to use and put on, like this head positioning piece you're talking about, make sure that your car seat manufacturer allows it.
Gotcha.
Typically, if it was made for your car seat, it would be made by your car seat.
Absolutely.
Britax manufactures accessories that we've tested with our car seat. And that's the key thing there, Brian, is we need to make sure that these accessories are tested with the car seat so they don't negatively affect the performance should you be in a motor vehicle crash.
Absolutely.
Because we want to make sure that you keep your baby safe. It's your most precious cargo.
Quick question from Wendy. She says, does the car seat fit any car?
Wendy, that is a great question. Most car seats fit in most vehicles, but the biggest challenge when we talk about does it fit is that front to back space. I am 5 foot tall, Brian. How tall are you?
I'm 6'1".
Okay, so we're going to use Brian and myself as an example here. I drive a Volkswagen Jetta. It's not a huge car. It's not a real tiny car, but where my front seat, driver's seat is positioned, you could put any child rear facing behind me.
Yes.
But if Brian got in the same car for him to position his vehicle seat appropriately,
I would be squishing that kid's legs.
Right. Or you're not
long.
driving safely or comfortably.
Yes.
So when we talk about does it fit, I encourage you to go to the store and try the car seat you're interested in your vehicle so if it's a family car, you drive it, your husband or wife drives it, depending on whether I'm talking to moms or dads, you want to make sure that everybody that's going to get behind that wheel can properly position that driver's seat. So
that's super important.
Going to determine if it fits or not. So I can't say, yeah, it's going to fit. It's going to depend on when I say dynamics of your family, who drives the vehicle, who rides in the front passenger seat, who else sits in the back seat.
Yeah, because maybe you have someone short in the front passenger seat and you can keep the convertible on that side. And that works. You have to look at your car, your vehicle, because I'm sure if you had a tiny, tiny little car, some car seats are just going to have a really hard time. I'm sure in a convertible Carrera, it's going to be tough to get a car seat in the back seat, because the seats are so far up and it's like kind of like a mediocre back seat. So you have to take those things into consideration. Jamie Vaught said, thanks for all the info. And Jeremy said, Brian, since taking your class, I didn't realize how great the Britax car seats are. You opened my eyes a lot. I know I talk about you guys at my classes. Shh, don't tell Britax. Don't let them know. But yes, thank you, Jeremy. I do, because I believe in it. I don't work with any products. I won't even mess with any products that I don't firmly believe in. That's why I have only a few sponsors that I work with right now, because I have to really like the product in order to endorse it. And I have to know it's going to be the best thing. I'm not like, just to let you guys know, for me, I'm not like the influencer that's just taking any product to take the product. For me, I'm about education. As you guys all know that, and you're seeing a lot of people in the thread say that, I'm about education. I'm about having the best family that you can possibly have and having the best time doing it, but also being safe and having products that work for you, that work with your best, to your best interest, so that you're going to have a safer, better experience, your overall experience, because stress levels are high when you first have a baby. They are so high. You're tripping out. You're just trying to keep a baby alive, at this time, and keep yourself alive at the same time, right? So in that, you have to have some products that work with ease and are safe for you. So when you're sleeping, you make a little mistake, they may be able to compensate even. Britax is awesome. And yes, different colors. I love how Britax has the red safety cushion things. Yes, I do too, Lindsay. That's my favorite, the safety cells. Can I talk about them?
Sure, go ahead.
I want to tell you about the safety cells. Well, maybe Sarah can pick it up and show you those. Do you want to grab that? I'm going to put you full screen. Ladies and gentlemen, notice the base of the Endeavor's Britax car seat. This was released in 2017 at the very end of the year. It was out in November. Check this out, guys. I want to tell you something about it. If you look, I'm going to take your comment down, Lindsay, not because it's not important, because I want you guys to see. See right there? Let me get rid of this too. See that? Those little like holes? This is my favorite thing because the physics of the car seat design that goes into Britax blows my mind. So if you get in a car seat and the energy comes into that car seat, you know, say you get rammed, it will push down and those things actually break. They crack like that. And they will push down and crack and break, but they absorb that energy. So less goes to the baby. On top of it, right by her head, you see that thing that looks like a cool, like convertible net on a convertible car, you know, that pops up to do the windscreen. It's not. That is the ARB. Why don't you tell them a little bit about that's going to decrease the rotation by 30 degrees on that car seat alone, right? If you get in an accident.
Absolutely, Brian. So ARB or anti-rebound bar. So keep in mind that this car seat is rear facing. So where this anti-rebound bar is the back of the car. Most vehicle crashes are a frontal impact, which means that this car seat is going to rotate towards the point of impact. And then it's going to rebound back towards its original installed position. And because I don't have a vehicle seat back here, I can keep rotating. What happens with an anti-rebound bar is this locks up against your vehicle seat back and prevents the child from rolling into the vehicle seat. So minimizing rotation minimizes injury. The mesh can be removed. It has a zipper on it. So if once your little starts being able to walk or has dirty feet, this can come off, be washed, and put right back on.
Great. I love that. So let's see. We had Ray said that he's looking, his first son's coming in April. He's looking into this Britax line for the baby's safety. And that's totally true. It's really important to look at that because you have to understand that, you know, what fits your family also should have some safety value to it because you want to make sure your baby's going to be safe and it's going to be the best experience for your family and the safest for you and your baby, you know. So very good is what Adriana says. Evelyn says, love Britax. Well, I think they love you too. What do you think, Sarah?
We do. We love all of our customers.
Jeremy says, yes.
I saw a couple questions go by before I forget them. I don't know if you're getting to them yet. I think somebody asked about expired car seats. And
well, they probably did. So go ahead and hit that one, and then we'll answer Amy's question.
So expired car seats, can I continue to use them? And ultimately, the question is no. You should not use any car seat past its recommended life that the manufacturer has made, and that simply is because if it's recommended for 7 years of life, that means they've tested it and they know that it's going to perform the same on the last day of the 7th year as it did on the first day.
Yep.
And we don't know how it would perform later on. If you're old enough like I am to remember like dashboards used to crack in our car,
they sure did.
Right? That's from sun, from UV rays, from heat. While we've gotten a lot better in current time, we still have deterioration of material because of those types of things. So we want to make sure that your child stays as safe as possible. Right.
And Amy says that she's expecting number 7 and so in love with the new Britax carrier. And she says, glad I'm doing better. Oh, that's another one. And so she's in love with the Britax carrier. Thank you. Thank you very much, Amy. We like that. Adriana's saying she's glad I'm feeling better. I'm glad I'm feeling better too. I was a little bit sick. Sarah Day. Oh, Sarah's from a great company. Sarah's from Nomo Naja. I love them. Sarah says, what? That's awesome. Like, people are really enjoying getting to know these car seats better, because I know the more I learn about them, the more fascinated I am with them. Oh, that's nice and easy, says QL Rose. Ginny says, is one easier to install than the other? Whoa. Now, there is a good question. That is all relative, is what I'm going to say. I'll let you answer, Sarah, but I'm going to tell you, it is all relative to how you do with various products. And how are you in setting up a car seat? Have you ever done one before? They can be a little tricky. Sarah's going to take this one and tell you.
You know, I would agree, Brian. There is some relativity to it, right? Because again, what I think is easy may not be as easy for you. First of all, let's just think about this rear facing only car seat. You know, they go to 30, 35 pounds. If you already have children, know that that latch system or lower anchor system in your car has a maximum weight capacity, where these little connectors, I don't know if you guys, how well you can see these little latch connectors, they will attach to those metal bars in your seat bite of your back seat. And then you just tighten it up. So for a rear facing only base, that makes installation really, really easy. We do have built-in lock-offs if you need to install it with a vehicle seatbelt. For instance, many people want to put their only child in the rear center seating position, and there's no lower anchors typically in that seating position. You would have to use a seatbelt there. But now when I get to the convertible, the heavier, bigger car seat, and they have a much higher weight and a higher weight capacity, at like 35 or 40 pound child, you must convert to a seatbelt install. So that ClickTight installation, I just open this up, I put my seatbelt through and push it closed, and I'm done. So ease of installation, it really is relative to us as an individual. But, you know, something else that I kind of touched on it was about that rear center seating position. You know, a lot of us perceive the center to be the safest because it's furthest from lateral impact. We should remember that, if we have more than one child, they can't all ride in the center unless we're going to get one of those 15-passenger vans, right? The back seat provides adequate protection no matter what seating position I'm in. So if you have multiple children, it's okay. Somebody's going to go by the door. Couple of things to think about, because me, again, at 5 foot, if I drove a Tahoe, there's no way I could lift a rear-facing car seat into that center seating position. So remember, everything that we have to do has to be easy to be done correctly each and every time.
I think those are great points. And, you know, there's just like a flow that you get into as a parent, and, you know, teaching each other the little tricks that you learn is always the best way to go. Oftentimes parents forget to tell each other, hey, look, I did this today and it made life so much easier. And, you know, dad may still be struggling with that, or mom may still be struggling with that, or partner, or whoever, but it's super important that you guys share information, communicating daily about what makes your life easier when you're with the baby, and vice versa, and really supporting your partner by saying, wow, you did a great job. Those are all important things to do. So if you do have a secret about your car seat, you need to let your partner know, so that makes their life easier, even if you're mad at them. Help them, because it benefits your baby.
Exactly, you know, right?
This is genius, Stephanie. Stephanie Murphy says, well, that ClickTight is amazing and genius. We got wow, so easy. Seriously, ClickTight is the best. Amy Howard knows it. That's awesome. ClickTight's amazing. Everybody's just loving you guys. Wow, car seats have come a long way. Love the storage. Anna Lynn says, I'm not sure you're really supposed to be able to store in the ClickTight. When you open the ClickTight and that hood comes up, I was joking, saying you could stash stuff in there, but don't take it that you can. I was scooping around. Can you actually stash stuff in there?
Well, I guess you could.
There's no really
purposely stashing locations, right?
Yeah.
But you probably could hide. Kids are really good at hiding Cheerios and hiding goldfish.
I would guess that there's going to be some Cheerios and Goldfish somewhere in there for sure.
Absolutely.
Yes, ClickTight is great. We know that. You guys love it. I love that. So easy. Love that ClickTight offers nice and easy installation. That is so awesome. You guys are just loving it. We need some more hearts. You guys are awesome. Melissa says, as a new mom, she's expecting February 18th. I had no idea that the convertible seat was so convenient. Thanks for the insight. They both are. I think, I'm going to tell you, if it was me, I'd probably buy a convertible seat and an infant seat and just kind of have the two of them as options, and then probably later go up to getting another convertible seat later. And if you can start off that way, it might be kind of easy because it still works for the baby unless your baby's under 5 pounds.
It's interesting that you say that, Brian, right? Because several years ago, people would say, and still it depends on who you talk to today, but some people would say, oh yeah, just buy a second base for your infant seat, right? Somebody mentioned earlier that how the cost of that extra base, right? If you were to talk to me, I would say, hey, take that dollar value that you would invest in that second base, invest it in a good convertible car seat. So to your point, I have a rear facing only seat. I have a convertible. I put the convertible maybe in dad's car or the caregiver's car that the child doesn't ride in very often, but they have a means to transport the child if they need to in an emergency. You have that convertible when you realize, oh my God, my baby has outgrown my rear facing only seat. And that kind of happens overnight, right? Because you're not really thinking about it. You haven't done any research and you're not prepared. So this way you're prepared. You still have that means to transport because, realistically, 6 to 9 months and you're not going to use that seat anymore. Even if your child still fits in it. My grandchildren, I stopped carrying them like when they were 20 pounds and just scooped them up because 20-pound child, 10-pound car seat, and you still got a diaper bag and a purse somewhere is in there, right?
Yep. Wow. So you got to think about those things. I wanted to say that as far as that goes, I love the idea of not having to have a base with the other and using that money towards a convertible car seat. I think that's a very smart idea. Now, the people want to know the price point. I want to remind you guys that today we're picking a winner. Our producer is going to pick a winner, and we're going to drop ship either a convertible or an infant car seat to you guys for tuning in. To one of you guys will be the lucky winner. And you'll also be able to win again later this month. If you keep looking on my channel, we're going to do Prego Posse again, brought to you by Britex. They help us, and we're going to do another giveaway of one of these fine seats. So you may only have to end up buying one of them, people, whoever the lucky winner is, right? So she wants to know what is the price point for each, and are they available at major retailers?
So both of these seats that I have are available at major retailers. For the rear facing only seat, right now the Endeavors is kind of like the top featured rear facing only seat we have. We have a BeSafe 35, a 35 Elite, and then the Endeavors. The Endeavors retails for $249, and on my left is the Boulevard ClickTight. So the Boulevard is the middle of our 3 convertible models. And I believe I'm going to be a little bit off on this one. Maybe the Boulevard retails around $360.
I think it's in the between 360 and 390, somewhere in that price point. $379.
Yeah. And that's the middle. So there's the Marathon ClickTight that's a little bit less than that, and then you have the Advocate that's a little bit more than that. But think about car seats like you think about your car. Every price point has different features, whether they're ease of use features or comfort features. Or safety features. So
my Yugo was really hard to get a car seat in. My Yugo, no, I'm just kidding.
Right? Yeah. So just, keep that in mind. We always, as you add features, it unfortunately adds cost to anything that we purchase as a consumer.
What about the warranty on them? Stephanie Murphy wants to know what's the warranty on them and how long after manufacturing does it expire?
So that's a couple of great questions. Britex's warranty on our car seats is 1 year from date of purchase or date of manufacture if you don't retain the receipt. So I always recommend keep the receipt for your product. The Click-Tite convertibles have a 10-year expiration.
Wow.
Okay? So they can be used for 10 years from date
Keep
of
your kids
manufacture.
skinny so they stay like 65 pounds. That works perfectly.
Right? Yeah. The Endeavors or our rear-facing only seats
I'm kidding.
have a 6-year usable life. Keep in mind, we talk about warranty, and we have a little bit of wiggle room that we work with there, or our consumer service department does. But there's a lot of components about car seats that are replaceable items. That even if it comes out of warranty, there are items that can still be purchased. So that doesn't mean you have to buy a whole new car seat. Right.
Now, is it okay to brace the seats against each other, is what Tracy wants to know.
Tracy, bracing, we usually talk about that front to back, where I'm using the back of the, say, driver's seat to brace and stabilize the installation. That is really not a good practice. We should move our front vehicle seats all the way forward, get that firm installation of the car seat, and then bring your vehicle seat back as close as you can get it. And I'm not going to say even touching, because many vehicle manufacturers do not want rear-facing car seats touching the back of the front seats. And the reason for that, Brian, is that, think about that little light that's in your dashboard. Sure. It's called the occupant detection system. And so that is connected to whether or not your front airbags are activated.
Yes.
And whether they're going to fire when they need to. So depending on how your front seats are connected and wired for that system, pressure against the back of your seats will affect whether you in the front are properly protected in the event of a crash.
Absolutely. So,
bracing is not necessarily a good thing. Check with your vehicle manufacturer as well.
Okay. Kelsey says that is definitely leaning towards the Britax convertible seat for my next baby. And yay. Amy says she loves the extra safety features. I love the safety features. I have to tell you. So I use Britax. That's the truth. And with both my daughters. And it was really hard to make those decisions because at times money is tight and you're looking to buy a car seat. But the thing about it was feeling that car seat and feeling some of the other car seats when I was looking, that was kind of the teller for me, which within the prices. And then you look at a manufacturer warranty, saying 10 years or, these longer warranties, you really start to look at the value of the product. And that's something that I always, try and take into consideration and do what I can to get what really seats with me, because if not, I know myself and I will keep thinking about it and then I will go buy it again later. And then I bought two things. So that's just the way I work, but I'm crazy. And then it is. Amy says, eek. Add-on pieces scare me. Yes, I do. Oh, I thought you said prices. So pieces, yes. Add-on pieces, yes. No, don't be scared of the price point of a good car seat.
Scare me. So
yeah, me too. I actually told my clients this weekend, I said I probably wouldn't use that because I don't like adding things into stuff that's already built for safety, and if you have to add it in, you probably didn't get the safety features you really want. And then, it's not even, specific to that brand. So you got to be really careful with certain things like that. Jeremy says, love how much thought Britax put into their products. Put me at ease as a parent. I'm going to tell you something about the convertible, and I want Sarah to pull it up. Sarah, can you trail one of my favorite things? The second most favorite thing. Well, there's three. God, I like everything. Okay. On the convertible, I have too many favorite things because I love this too. So on the back of it, when you look at the structure, there's a V. It comes down in a V. Okay. In my background, I have a lot of physics in my background, and I really like that. Let's open it up and show them how it does that when we do it. And look at Sarah, she's jamming it out. When you look at how it comes down as a V, that in itself, when it is connected, it absorbs some shock. But not only that, she's going to bring that convertible closer, even though it's a beast and heavy. She's going to show you this beautiful stitching. I think this is fantastic. Remember, I was telling you how much I love the energy gets absorbed by the safety cells. When we're talking about that, these see those little red lines right there, and see how it's like a big, it's kind of pinched together, and then it continues. If you get in an accident, those get pulled and ripped, click, 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 absorbing that energy. Because remember, the first law of thermodynamics says if you put energy into a system, you're going to get that energy back out. Okay, I really showed my nerdness right now. I just realized that. So I am a nerd. But what I was going to say is when you put the energy in, if something is absorbing that energy, you're putting that energy into that system next, which means the safety cells, which means that I don't even know what that technology is called. What is it called?
We call it energy absorbing tethers.
Well, there you go. The energy absorbing tethers. I love them. She knows that this is an important thing because to me, those are the things that matter. I want my family safe. My daughter and I were actually hit by an 18-wheeler not too long ago. And I have to tell you, I was super stoked to be in my car. I want to put a shout out to Lincoln. I have an MKX, and I have to say it was so safe, as far as safe as you can be in an accident. I was pretty stoked. But I want to tell you.
Still in a car seat, Brian?
Well, no, she's not in a car seat. She's older. But, I think about everything like that. I think about my vehicles that way because I value my life and I value the life of my children. So, really when it comes down to it, you have to really look into things. Oh my gosh, hang on a second. Leslie says, hi, Jeremy. Maybe this time you will win. Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. And hey, Leslie, I think I'm going to see you guys because I'll be back in Tampa in February. And I want to tell you, the 2017 Baby Bellies and Beyond event just ended yesterday. I saw Amanda from Britex there. We were having a good time all day. That was the end of our tour. So I toured this year with them, and I'm going to tour next year with them as well. But at the end of the day, we do so many raffles, like at least $8,000 to $10,000 worth of stuff. It seems like to me, if I put the math together, it was incredible. And we'll be back in Tampa in February. So I'm going to see my Florida friends again. I'm just saying it's pretty fun. So let's see here. Tina says, so good to know only, to know that you only need what's in the box, no extras. Safety for grandbabies. That's right. Grandma's always like that. Grandpa's always like that. Yes, agree. I'm going to be the first time parent and I want to add on everything. Yes, don't do it. Get what's built right to handle it. So you don't have to do all the add-ons. Lindsay says, oh man, now I feel bad for using an additional cushion for my infant car seat. Don't feel bad. But if your baby's head's bobbling, sometimes you got to use something. People will roll up, receiving blankets and put them on the side and stuff. So you have to do what you got to do. So no big deal. Don't feel bad. We're just saying, sometimes things aren't as safe as they can be. I just realized my infant car seat expired a month ago. Is it still safe to use given the condition is still excellent? Well, we just talked about that. Expiration's expiration. So you're taking a chance. And as a safety advocate specialist, Sarah actually won an award this year for that as the best in her state. What? So Sarah, how do you feel?
I wish people would stop talking about that award.
I never talk about the award I won this year.
Right? Yeah.
I won the goofiest guy in baby business. No, I'm just kidding. I got a birth award this year, the Austin Birth Award for a good resource for fathers.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much.
To answer Anna's question, if you missed it a little while ago, Anna, really, once your car seat is past its expiration date, you should stop using it. Condition is not part, how well we've cared for it or maintained it over its usable life. The manufacturer of your car seat has put that in place for a very specific reason. So my recommendation would be is that you replace that car seat as soon as possible. You should discontinue use of it right away.
Wow. Okay. Listen, we have some answering to do. Sarah, before we move on, I just realized we have like a zillion things to answer. Oh my gosh, I just looked at it as I'm moderating and I'm like, what? So let me get us to where we need to be. Though it's not expired. We just talked about that. Okay. So true. Thank you, Tina. Laura says, hi. Hi, Laura Mesner. Laura Mesner says, does that base work with the Be Safe 35? So if you buy the Endeavors and you have the Be Safe 35 base, can you use, so you have two cars with a base?
Absolutely. So the Be Safe 35, the Be Safe 35 Elite, both fit on the Endeavor's base. So it kind of sounds like she already has a Be Safe 35 and you want to get a new base. You could buy just the Endeavors or the anti-rebound bar base, and your Be Safe 35 or 35 Elite will attach to the same base.
I love it. And I want to tell you guys, the Be Safe 35, I love it. But the Be Safe 35 Elite, once again, I'm going to talk about not having to take and rethread the straps, because the hardest straps, rethreading them as a tired parent. Ay, ay, ay. I did not like that at all. I'll keep talking about that. I didn't like it. Don't like it. Okay. Let's see. Is using a seatbelt just as safe as using it with the base? She's assuming with the European seatbelt guide.
So is the seatbelt just as safe as using the European belt guide? Is that what you said?
Yeah, with the belt guide.
The European belt guide, you use a lap and shoulder vehicle seatbelt. So the kind of seatbelt that you put on when you get in your driver's seat has the portion that goes over our lap and then the shoulder portion that goes across the midpoint of our chest. Using that European belt guide, this portion wraps around the back side of the car seat. Okay.
Yes.
Either way is safe to use. You just need to make sure you use it correctly as instructed.
Gotcha.
Most of the time people ask, is latch or those lower anchors safer than the seat belt, or vice versa? Neither latch or the seatbelt is safer when they're properly used.
But we never use them both at the same time, right?
With Britax products, we never use them both at the same time.
That's a no-no.
Or the other.
Yes. Okay, so check it out. Allison has something great to say. She had replaced her 2 expiring Recaro seats with Britax Pinnacles. ClickTight is an awesome feature. And by the way, 2 Pinnacles fit in the back seat of an F-150 with a room to spare for a decent-sized third passenger. I like that. Thank you, Allison, for sharing. I love when you guys share with each other on my lives. It makes me so happy.
Nice to hear.
And Amy says, we got a lot to catch up on. Amy says, Anna, never a good, oh, she's telling someone else something, but that's good. See, they're talking to each other. I love it. Okay. So let's go away from this. At what age or weight do you recommend forward facing the child in their seat? Great job, Brown Marlene. Let's hear about it. That's
so the best,
probably.
We would recommend that you leave your child rear facing as long as they fit in the car seat. So again, the Britax, I forgot it was facing the other way. In our Britax convertibles, they go to 40 pounds rear facing. Leave them rear facing as long as they fit in that seat. Keeping in mind, again, your frontal impacts are your most common type of crash. And in that rear facing seat, their head, neck, and spine are all cradled by the shell of that car seat.
By the way, I think that was Kelly Thomas in the background, one of my good friends at Britax, and she was just putting that. Hey, Kelly, say hi to everybody. And she was putting that back on. Did you see how easy that snapped in the base? That's what I'm telling you guys. How easy does it come off? Show how easy it comes off.
Kelly's my Vanna, kind of, sort of.
Right, Kelly, can you show how easy that comes off too? Can you take it off the base real quick and just show how quick and easy that was? Look at this. Boom, just like that. Pretty cool, huh, guys? Okay, we have another question. Oh, love the ClickTight. That's not a question. We don't have a latch system in our truck, so we love the ClickTight car seats. We love that. That is just great. You guys are getting so much love today, Sarah.
I know. I'm excited.
Thank you for that info. I'm 5 feet too. 5 feet as well. Let's see. Gosh, these are some from far away. We've been like getting behind on these. They're hard to keep up with. You guys are great. I love your products. Thank you for all providing safe, affordable options for transportation to our children, for our children. And ClickTight's rock. So easy to transfer between vehicles. And that's what we love. I love your products, says Lauren O'Donnell once again. She says, thank you for providing it's the same one. Okay. Jimmy Vaughn says, communication is so important. Like I was saying, it is. You guys got to talk. Just in anything. When I talk about baby's birth, breastfeeding, just even in your parenting journey, and even before when you're before you even have your baby, it's so important to communicate. It's so important to share things and to work with each other and to build your team, because your relationship dramatically changes. And if you can't, go ahead and grab that new intimacy and focus on it, you're really missing out on a big thing, and you're really not doing your kids any service. So communicate, even when it comes to something like this. Super smart. Is there a place to go get a car seat professionally installed? Some fire departments in some hospitals do. They'll have car seat check that you can go to, and they'll make sure they're in there right and approve that they're in there right. So you want to make sure you've got someone who's certified doing that. That's correct, Sarah?
Absolutely. I would suggest you go to a website, safekids.org. Safekids.org. and find a fitting station or a certified car seat technician near you. You can look up by state and then by city. You always want to make sure that the person you're working with is currently certified. We have little ID cards. Don't be afraid to card your technician and make sure that they're current. In some cities, it is the fire station. In the next city, the fire department may not do it. And I just want to point out that these locations are not there to install the car seat for you. Our role, I'm an instructor in that curriculum, and we want to empower you to be able to install your car seat when you drive away from our facility. So they're going to help you make sure that you know how to install your car seat properly.
So Christine's asking, can you talk a little bit about booster seats? I think we're doing that in our next live, aren't we? Are we going to continue with when they get bigger and talk about some of those other things that aid?
Hey, that's whatever you guys then. No.
I lost me for a second.
We're talking about rear facing and forward facing. When do you change directions next time, Brian?
Oh, that's right. Why did I think we were getting
Kelly
bigger?
says.
Well, whatever Kelly says, that's what we do. Kelly's the boss. She's the boss of me today, for sure. Kelly, you're the boss of me.
I'm not
She can be the boss of me today.
I want you to know.
So yes, but we can, booster seats. Let's get to some more of these questions, and if we have a little bit of time in just a few minutes, let's get to that because we're going to end about 2:15, you guys. So you guys got a full hour and 15 minutes of it. Let's get to this. Love my click tights. Who doesn't? I love my click tights, and I love my dance tights. I love them both. They're incredible. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's see here. Impressive. There's no car seat like the Brictex car seat. We don't have a latch system either, so the click tight would be perfect for us. I like that. Thank you, Sarah, for chiming in on that. Hide Mama's candy stash in there, Gina says, inside the click tight. I love that. Are there any accessories like seats, like for the seats, like cup holders? And then my daughter's Cheerios go everywhere. She hides them everywhere.
I know. Going. So on the ClickTight convertibles, there is an accessory cup holder that slides right into the slot of the belt path. It can be put on either side of the car seat or on both sides if they're in the center of the vehicle.
Wow, great. Okay, and Stephanie Murphy says, that was it, sorry. Stephanie said it twice. She says it's twice. She says it loud and proud. Jamie finds Cheerios and rocks and all sorts of things. Tracy finds rocks, pennies, and goldfish. Love the Brictex. Switched out of our three car seats for Brictex ClickTight seats. Wow, Amber, you're in it. You're in it to win it. Wendy Tao CPTs will teach. Okay, she's just helping us out in the thread. How do we properly wash the car seat and how do we properly clean the car seat straps? Because we all know crazy stuff gets on there, huh?
Yes. So every car seat manufacturer may have a little bit different directive as to how you clean their car seat.
Gotcha.
From a Brictex perspective, all of our covers are hand wash. Line dry. That reason is because they're treated with a flame retardant. It can break down the flame retardant that we're required to meet. If you machine wash them, the straps, the harness straps, you never want to put those in the washing machine because it can deteriorate the strength of those straps, which is what holds the child in the car seat. So you can wipe them off, you can get them wet and then let them line dry. You can't soak them in a sink full of water for 4 hours. Get them wet, clean them off, let them dry. Mild soap, you never want to use any oil-based type chemicals around a car seat. And the reason being is that if you get oil inside the buckle between the child's legs or the mechanism that tightens the harness, the oil-based product could actually make it slip and not hold appropriately. Okay.
Yes.
Mild soap, wet cloth. You can wipe off all the plastic shell area of the seat. But again, that's specific for Brictex. If you have some other brand of car seat, check with them.
Now, Ashley Martinez says, when do you switch a child from a forward-facing to a 5-point harness? That's a good question.
When do you go forward facing to a 5-point harness? Not to spend a lot of time about that because that is our next webinar, Brian.
Yes.
But again,
actually, you got to tune into the next one.
Very quickly, you're going to stay in that rear facing car seat until you outgrow or reach the maximum height and or weight capacities.
Yes, 40 pounds, right?
Rear facing only seat to a convertible rear facing. And again, like ours, stay rear facing to 40 pounds. Also check your state laws. We have like 7 or 8 states now across the country that require you to stay rear facing until you're 2 years of age. So you can check that out at the website iihs.org. And then just in their little search window, put seatbelt law, and you'll get car seat and seatbelt laws.
So Amy Howard says baby wearing's made convertibles more appealing, but I will tell you something. When you are tired and you don't feel like putting your baby in a baby sling or in something and waking your baby up on that transfer from the car seat over to your sling or your wrap, whatever you're doing, man, let me just tell you something. When a baby wakes up and they're angry and you got to get that baby down and you're running late, you got to be somewhere, sometimes being able to throw that car seat just on the stroller makes a big difference. But baby wearing's awesome. I'm a big baby wearing person. I love it. I totally endorse it. We had so much fun yesterday with some of the baby wearing peeps. I always love Baby Wearing International. You guys got a shout out because you do so many cool things for people. Okay, what a great tip. Expecting my first. I would love to have it. I have a 3-month-old and would love to try Britax car seat. Very cool. Got to get out there. Maybe you win today. We're going to find out. Oh, please, please, please. Love Britax. Yeah, would love to win. This would be a huge blessing. Starting the search for a convertible car seat. We love our Be Safe 35 Elite. Yes, cool. Everybody just loves you guys. That's not even a question. You guys are just getting all the love today. Let's see here. Wow, thanks for the chance. Hope Santa puts one under the tree for my daughters. Good luck to all. That is some really cool juju right there. Wishing everybody good luck. I love Britax. Getting ready to get another click type. They're so awesome, says Tiffany. Amy Hall says, going on my 3rd baby who would start out in a convertible from birth, use an infant carrier with my first, and he just outgrew it too quickly. Endeavors is a huge step forward than his. He's 13, LOL, but I still like the convertibles to save money in the long run and minimize the temptation to have them in the seat too much. That's a good point from Amy. I like that. All right, let's see. Lily says, we just love you. Thank you, Britax. Britax says you're welcome. And I love being here with you guys. Thank you, Britax, for having me, by the way. I love working with you guys.
Thank you for joining us, or me joining you.
I think you guys are awesome, and I love the product. So we would love to win a convertible. Who would? I want to win a convertible, Holly. I might. I don't even have a baby right now. Okay, let's see. Many options to pick from. Maybe you'll win. We're going to see. Would love to win the convertible for my daughter. One of my regrets of my twins is buying 2 extra bases for the RFOs. That was quite a chunk of change I could have saved and had been confident in my seatbelt baseless install. You could have been. But you know what? The Endeavor just came out, so don't beat yourself up over it. Just go grab an Endeavor. That's the way it works. She loves the Boulevard. Laura loves the Boulevard right now. Tina says, I'd pay anything for all these amazing safety features. And Tina, that is the point, my friend, because it is so important to take that into account that, you're really doing something for your baby here. It's not like safety should not, if you can really, really watch yourself, safety, make it happen. Safety's the way to go. So I'm just letting you know, I like your thinking right there. Zongthao says, thanks for the info. We love giving it to you. With all the safety features, I can see why it's pricey. I don't really think the price point's that high. When you look at some of the other higher end safety-ish type, more safety focused car seats, it costs money to make them that way. And I know for a fact you guys are testing these hard because I told Kelly that my girlfriend actually works at a company that tests them.
Really?
San Antonio, yeah, which is crazy. I go, oh my God, there are a bunch of Britax products at her work. And I'm like, awesome. Yes, which is kind of cool and fun. Isn't that cool? Right here in my own little city. What is covered by the warranty and what if it's involved in a crash?
What is covered by warranty? So any manufacturer's defect is covered by warranty. If you check it as a piece of luggage and the airline damages it, that would not be covered by warranty because that isn't a fault of our manufacturing process or materials that we.
If it saved your baby in a crash, I think you'd want to buy another one because that sounds like a pretty darn good thing to me, right? Like I'm maybe doing this, I'm going, ooh, that sounds like
you are involved in a motor vehicle crash with the car seat, that is not covered by warranty. But I will tell you that almost every car insurance company, if you tell them, make sure that the police report indicates, hey, there was a car seat in the vehicle. Typically, insurance companies will replace the car seat when it meets the criteria set by the car seat manufacturer.
Exactly. That's a very good, smart piece of advice, you guys, to take. I heard Britax I heard Britax to be such a good company and their car seats very safe. You heard right, girlfriend. That's all I can say. Stephanie says that. Let's see here. Jessica O'Hea says, can shoulder straps be replaced on a convertible seat? Can they be replaced? And another question that you might want to answer is, on an infant seat, tell the difference between where the shoulder straps should be compared to where they should be on a convertible seat. And when an infant, if the shoulder straps are a certain place, why they've outgrown that infant seat.
Okay. So
I know, that's a great question, Brian. No, just kidding.
The shoulder straps on both a rear-facing only seat, infant seat, or a convertible are replaceable. So on most car seats, they are on all of Britax car seats. So if you have a non-Britax car seat, again, call that manufacturer to ask that question to them. But we would call that a replaceable component. So where does the shoulder straps come out of the shell for a child rear facing? So when that child is rear facing, whether they're in a rear facing only seat or in a convertible, they always come out of the shell at or slightly below the child's shoulders. When I go forward facing, it's at or slightly above the child's shoulders. So no matter what kind of car seat, if it's rear facing, at or below, and if it's forward facing, it's at or above.
I love it. B, what did it say? I bet you're wearing shorts, B. Someone says they bet I'm wearing shorts. You lush you. I am not. Look. I am wearing pants. Ta-da. That's so funny. I'm just letting you guys know I am not wearing shorts right now at all. I dressed for the occasion because I was so excited to do this. And I want to really take a moment to apologize. I know you guys thought we were doing this last month. And I'm going to take a moment to apologize. I got sick and I was in the hospital, and Britax was so nice to let us go ahead and reschedule because I was going to do it from the hospital, but I didn't think that would be very good for you guys to see me laying in a bed. But that's how committed I am. I'm crazy. Price is nothing to compare to their safety is what it says from Tracy. Great brand. Amy Howard says nothing beats the Click Tight. It's install for dummies. And Annalyn says that looks too easy. It does, and it is easy. Tina says love that it stores the straps too. It does. Isn't that nice? Are they manufactured in the United States? Kevin, that's a good question. Are they?
They are.
In South Carolina?
95% of our car seats are manufactured in Fort Mill, South Carolina, right here at our facility. We are a full design, testing, and manufacturing facility.
Now, does the Click Tight convertible need to be tethered to the back seat in a vehicle?
So I'm assuming that question is for forward-facing use. And so Britax recommends the use of a tether at all times, simply because when a tether is used in a forward-facing installation, it reduces, in the event of that frontal impact, it reduces the child's head moving forward towards that front vehicle seat back by 4 to 6 inches. So think about those very small vehicles. In reality, that could mean keeping the child from making contact with the back of your front seat.
Yes.
So while I say it is recommended, it is not required. So if you happen to have a older vehicle that doesn't have a tether, or unfortunately, those minivans that a lot of families drive because they have more than a couple kids and need more room, every seating position does not have a tether anchor.
Okay, let me tell you something. Tina says she loves how it absorbs during an accident, but I want to tell you, how heavy is it? And how heavy is the infant seat that they're going to be carrying around?
So the Endeavor's is a little over 10 pounds.
Not so bad. You can work out too. Get a little in there.
You get a little, I'm going to tell you, most car seats weigh somewhere between 8 plus and a little over 10 plus pounds.
Wow.
I will tell you, you will notice the difference when I go to the store and I'm shopping, right? And I'm picking this up and I'm going like this. When you put a 15-pound baby in either car seat, you're really not going to notice the difference.
No.
Okay. What I will do if I work at a retail location, sometimes I'll bring a little 20-pound weight with me, and you set it in the carrier, and it's like, now tell me, what does it feel like? I said very early on today, focus on the features that are easy for you to use each and every time. Yes, Brian.
Yes.
Because
focusing.
That extra pound or two is that you might not be carrying around isn't going to be making sure that you use it correctly, right? So it may weigh less, but it's not going to have a feature you need to use it correctly each and every time.
Yes. Okay, let's see. We're trying to get through as many of these. The Rip Stitch is brilliant. Surprising no one else has done it. Yes, because it is a brilliant thing. I love it. Well, it's incredibly thoughtful design. It is. Glad you're okay, Brian. Thank you, Sarah. Sharon says, hi. Hi, Sharon. Jeremy says, can't say thank you enough to the both of you. This helps much. And I mean that. I know we're trying to get you the best information. That's what I'm always about. That's why I love that Britex is willing to do this. We're not doing a sales job here. We're giving you valuable information that you need. We love our click tight seats. And then Jessica says, Tampa here. I can't wait to see you guys in Tampa. I'm getting fired up. Are you kidding me? Okay, Kevin says, my wife went to see you in Orlando and Tampa. She was also a model in both, but I had to work. I'm definitely going to try and make it to the event in Tampa. She wouldn't stop talking about all the great information you had at the show. You know what, Kevin? I love what I do, and I'm here as a servant. You guys, I have a servant's heart, and that's what I'm down with doing. So what's the warranty on these seats? We talked about that already. And then no extra strap covers or bundle me. I don't know what that is.
So bundle me, that's a great, let me just comment on that. So bundle me is like a sleeping bag.
Oh.
Slots in it where you can thread your harness through it.
Yeah.
You should never use that type of product unless your car seat manufacturer approves.
Yes. And you guys said last time, we don't even want to put the baby in a big jacket and stick them like a snow jacket and stick them in there, because that can really not do a service for your baby as far as getting comfortable and cozy.
So if you're using a rear facing only seat and you're using a Britex model, we have a product called the Be Warm. And it's kind of like a big shower cap, and it's got a zipper in it so you can open it up to get the baby in and out of the harness. But it's nice and furry. I want to say fleece, but I really don't think it's fleece line material that will keep your baby warm. In all honesty, put your baby in the harness in the house, get them all tightened in, and throw a nice warm blanket over them. Carry them outside.
Oh, man. I'm sorry.
When the car warms up, you can pull it off.
Yes. I have to tell you, can you I'm like, this is a great question. It just threw me off guard. Sarah, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I was like, this is a great question. Is it safe to use a car seat in the front seat of a pickup?
Man, that is a great question.
Wow, right? That stopped me in my tracks.
My first question would be, does the pickup have a back seat? Because if it has a back seat, the child must be in the back seat. If it is a single row cab pickup truck and the child is rear facing, you must make sure that you can turn that right front airbag off.
Yeah, because the airbag can go on.
If you cannot turn it off, you cannot put a rear facing only child in that vehicle. I will tell you that I know of at least one brand of vehicle that in their user guide for single row pickups, it says no rear facing children in this vehicle. So if you're dad or mom and you're driving that single row pickup truck,
Boy.
You really need to make sure that you can properly transport your child in that vehicle. I know it sounds crazy, but these vehicles really were not designed to be a family vehicle.
Not at all. Tina is asking another question. That's great information, and thank you, Kevin, for piping in on that too.
Yeah.
I saw your stuff on the thread. We are running out of time, you guys. I'm trying to get to all these, but we cannot get to all of them. I'm going to try and answer them on my Facebook too. Okay, some of these questions, I'm sure Britex will be there answering some of these questions if they have not already. I would love you guys to chime in, get some help from Kelly because we're almost done. What's the best thing to do with an expired car seat? Do you offer a recycling program?
Unfortunately, we've not been able to put a recycling program together yet. It comes up quite frequently inside our four walls. You can contact your local recycling facility, but the challenge is there's so many components in that car seat. So my recommendation, current time, before you take it to your local landfill or whatever it might be, cut all the webbing straps off of it. Cut the fabric cover up.
Yeah.
Find your serial number, date of manufacture label, and either peel it off, scrape it off, take a permanent marker and black it out, and then either a permanent marker and write all over the shell that it's trash, or spray paint it.
Not safe or something.
Yeah, something.
Throw rotten eggs on it.
Really dismantle it before you take it to the landfill. Certainly don't just sit it out at the end of your driveway next to your garbage can for, trash pickup day, because somebody will pick it up and try to use it.
Yes. Tracy says she has an old car. Can they forward face without use of a top tether?
Yep. So I think it depends on your car seat, Tracy. But for instance, Britex convertibles recommend tether use forward facing. But we do not require it.
Gotcha. Okay. I love you. I love it. Your videos are my favorite, Brian. So informative. Thank you, Jamie. Anna Lynn, that's what I strive to do. That's what I want to bring you. Good tip, Brian. So informative. They should teach you not do it for you. Yes, exactly. That's totally smart. Safekids.org is up there, you guys. That is totally important. I try to put it up in our thread, but I'm having a problem. It's not working for me right now. Jesse says, man, my wife and I have had discussions about how tight the baby should be buckled in, and I never win the discussion. So what's a good calculation of how tight a child should be buckled in? That's great. What is it?
So how tight should the harness be around your child?
Yes.
At the collarbone. I should not be able to vertically pinch webbing between my fingers. Okay. So it should be nice and snug. When I teach an expectant parent class, I will tell you to pull the harness until you feel guilty and pull it one more time, because national statistics show that 60% of parents do not tighten a harness appropriately. And Brian, I don't know if you saw it go by, but somebody reminded me, talking about recycling. There are a couple of major retailers that once or twice a year they have trade-in programs.
Yeah, I saw Babies R Us, right?
Yep. And Target has done it. So check out those, and you actually get credit towards the purchase of a new product.
And that's incredible.
Trading in your old or expired seat.
Nice.
I don't know for sure, but I'm hoping that they are recycling them in some manner. But you can if you need another car seat, you can get a financial benefit towards your next purchase.
That's fantastic. Adam says, and this is cool, we like to get the negative in that because that helps us think about this too. My only two issues with the seats are when you have to move up the belt. It's a bit of a pain. Well, I talked about that. Yeah, I know it is a pain. I hate it. These other two car seats don't. You just have to squeeze something and it moves right up and down, Adam. So I love that. And it's not easy to replace the covers when you take them off to clean them. So that's what he has to say.
Some are easier. Yeah, some are easier than others, unfortunately. Most all of our car seats are what we call easy to remove. We're more focused on you don't have to uninstall the car seat to get the cover off, so it can stay installed, but you can get the cover off for cleaning. And some are a little bit harder to put back together than others.
I think when you're a new parent, like I said, you're tired, and these are new things, and they can be a little bit overwhelming.
And don't do it an hour before you have to leave the house. right?
Okay.
Plan it in your day.
Olin says that every kid is different. How do we decide which is right for them? My 18-month-old is so much smaller compared to some other of the same age kids. But like we said, you got to find the seat that's right for you. You have to go check them out. You have to physically touch them. You have to play with them. You have to get involved with them. That makes all the difference. You cannot not put your hands on something you're going to buy, because if you don't, for your kid, that you don't understand the safety features. You don't understand what's right. You don't understand if it's going to be right for your car, right for you. You shouldn't be buying it, because it's not going to do you any good if you buy one that you think, oh, this is so easy, but then it's not safe, or it doesn't have the same safety rating or something like that. So you got to find what's right for you, but you can't do that without putting your hands on them and really doing some research. Most people research like so many other things about babies besides like how to really have a baby, how to breastfeed, and they don't research how to really safely pick a car seat. So I'm glad we're doing this for you. Those are 3 things I see really can lack sometimes.
Brian, I don't know how often you see it, but I often talk to parents who, they're 7+ months expecting and still have no idea what car seat they're going to buy, but they knew what color they were going to paint the nursery right away, right?
Yes. Of course. And I'm going to tell you something. Megan wants to know really quickly. She has a Britax Boulevard and a new baby with the BeSafe 35. Should I install them right next to each other, or with the middle seat in the back empty? Where should I put them? Well, from a parent's standpoint, I would say separate them, because things can get a little crazy when you're driving. You don't need that distraction. But, Sarah may have to say something different about that. Go ahead, Sarah.
Yeah, that's a great question. So the biggest probably concern would be the size of your rear center seating position. So each of those car seats, when you try to install them next to each other, each car seat has to be able to be installed firmly independently. So for instance, that BeSafe, when you go to put it in the base, you want to make sure that it snaps right into the base, that there's no overlap or interference from the convertible, keeping that from properly locking in.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were done.
Second part of that is, how old is the older child? And are they eating or having little pieces in the car? If they eat Goldfish or Cheerios, you don't want them feeding that to your newborn. For that reason alone, you may want to put them both in the outboard seating positions.
That's fantastic, Muse.
If you choose or need to do that, I challenge you to think about putting that rear-facing only car seat on the passenger side. Reason being, if you live in or work in the area that you parallel park, you never want to take that rear-facing car seat out on street side. You always want to do it on curb side. And if you've got a toddler, you can reach in, pop that buckle of their harness, and they can walk over to you on the passenger side to get out of the vehicle.
I want to say that we've had a lot of good interaction with people. We haven't been able to get to every one of your questions, but some of them I see have already been answered. We have to cut this because we've been going 2 hours, for an hour and 20 minutes. That, my friends, is an incredible live, and they're all going to be like that. You're going to join us again. Sarah, did you get the agenda that was sent to us by the producer so we can pick a winner? So I want Britax to pick a winner. Do you see it on? If you look on your Be Live and open it up, should be right there. Or do you want me to?
You know what we're looking at?
Randomly pick. It should say agenda right there.
I see a green live button. That's not what you're telling me to look at.
No, I want you to look right next to where you see the 2 pictures of you and me side by side, not the live broadcast view. There should be something that says agenda. Do you see it?
No.
I got it popping up on mine. So I'm going to pick a winner right here, and I'm going to do it very random, okay? I'm just going to take my finger. Huh?
Are they numbered?
No, they're just right up there. Like, there's a list of people. It's a big, long list. So I'm going to just scroll it. I'm going to close my eyes, and I'm going to put my finger on the list. You guys ready? Are you ready? You guys tell each other good luck, and everybody be good, sore losers if you don't win, because you're still a winner for getting all of this information. It's so important what we've given you guys. I'm going to do it. You guys ready? Here goes the finger of doom. I am closest to Kevin Gendrow. Kevin Gendrow. If you're on here, can you message me and right here on my Facebook and send me your address and whether you would want a convertible or an infant car seat. And I will give it to Britax and they will send it to you. You guys, congratulations to Kevin as a winner. And now
Kevin.
Kevin's been all chatty too on this too.
He's been on there. He's on there.
Really in now that I'm looking at this, I keep seeing Kevin. I see a lot of you guys. So I'm hoping that Britax can get on there and if you guys can and go ahead and answer some of these other questions on my thread, on my Facebook for these people, because some of these I can answer them, but I am not yet certified. I will be soon, but I'm not certified in car seats yet. So I don't want to give you guys the wrong answer. I can always give you guys advice and I'm always happy to do that. You guys know it. Go to Britax's page, please, right now. It's just at Britax. And go ahead and like them. You guys follow them because you're going to see notifications from them, from me on all the great stuff that both of us are doing and the stuff we're doing together. We're going to be coming at you again in December this month. We haven't picked the date yet exactly, have we? Or do we have that, Kelly? Is that on the books yet?
We don't have a date yet, Kelly says.
We don't. We're going to be announcing it, and we are going to be letting you guys know because you guys can join us again and learn a lot more about car seats. Sarah Tilton, as always, I love working with you. I think you're so much fun.
Thanks, Brian. It's always fun.
And you guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for all the lovely comments to all of us. You guys have said such nice things about me, about Britax. And you know what? We really, really appreciate it. Kevin, congratulations once again. All of you guys who are talking to each other and showing that you're forming a community. I would like you guys to definitely keep pushing this community. If you are interested, watch my Facebook because I'm going to make the Birth Guys live Facebook community, and let's just start a nice special little side club where you guys can always discuss things. I will be moderating it a little bit. I don't want anybody treating anybody meanly, and I will put that up in the next couple of days. I won't tolerate that because I'm all about the peace and love and having a fun, good time and respecting other people's, ideas, even if they sound crazy to you. It sounds right to them. So let's all love each other and really enter this holiday season with that kind of heart. Sarah, all you guys at Britax, thank you again for having me host with you. And you guys, thank you for joining us. We are going to sign off now. I really appreciated being here, and I think you guys are great. Thank you, Sarah.
Bye, Brian. Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys. Have a wonderful day. Have a great holiday season. Join us again for the next live, and join me and Dr. Morales for our Prego Posse Live, featured by Britax. So definitely stick around and you're going to see more on my page and on theirs. We'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.